At the library, the primary sponsors are Fresno County Library, JazzFresno. We are a nonprofit that supports jazz through education and performance, and this is a really wonderful example of that. And the community of jazz musicians who come in and play for us and donate their time. Tonight represented by Rick Helzer, who's also a co-presenter, John Laufenberger over there. Where's Gary? And here's Gary over here, Gary Newmark. Also co-sponsors, Woodward Park Friends of the Library and KFSR 90.7 University Educational station that plays a lot of jazz. There are refreshments on your left, and again, for those of you new, typically this takes place on the third Tuesday of the month. Next month is going to be on the third Tuesday. It's October 15th, and it's going to be a really interesting program. 2 albums, Steal Away and Come Sunday, a duo of Charlie Hayden and Hank Jones are going to be celebrated. And the new director of jazz studies, Richard Giddens, who actually studied with Hayden, and Rick Helzer, Craig Von Berg, who also teaches at the university, are going to present that program, playing a tribute to those 2 musicians and those 2 albums. It's kind of folk music and some hymns and spiritual, so it should be really interesting program. There is merchandise in the back, and our website, JazzFresno's website, www.jazzfresno.org. It's a really good source for finding out what's going on in jazz in the Valley. So it's my pleasure to introduce, tonight we have actually we have co-presenters tonight. So I'm going to start with Rick Helzer. Rick is a jazz pianist, he is a composer and educator, and I have to say, a wonderful musical scholar, I have to say. He is now retired, but he was a professor of music and associate director of jazz studies, theory, and piano at San Diego State University. He has performed many years, over 35 years, with a variety of groups. And one of the groups, Big World, its album Devotion was very highly reviewed by Doug Ramsey in Downbeat. Rick has published a couple of books, one on jazz listening activities and another on cultivating the art of jazz composition. He has composed over 300 pieces, many of which have been recorded and are in print, media print. Rick Helzer. And then our co-presenter, Ellen Johnson. I have to say, right to start, she is one of the most versatile presenters that we've ever had. Let me just start by saying vocalist, actor, producer, poet, songwriter, lyricist, to name some. And of course, I'm not going to talk about all of those. Ellen was born in Chicago. She grew up listening to her mother sing and play the piano, which probably served as the foundation for her love of music. At 16, she was chosen to be a part of the summer acting program at the prestigious Northwestern University there in Evanston. And that was very influential in having her go on for a career as an actor. A few years later, when she was 19, it was suggested that she should take some singing lessons because that might really help in her auditions for acting. And what can I say? It was love at first note. and she loved singing, and decided about that time that it was going to be a dual career for her in acting and in singing. Some of her early influences, quite eclectic: Bonnie Raitt, Betty Carter, Ella Fitzgerald, Joan Sutherland, Flora Perrin, very eclectic. She has produced 4 solo jazz albums, and one these days, which features a duet with Sheila Jordan, got very, very high praise in Downbeat magazine. In 2009, she was a guest poet at the Ojai Poet Festival, and in that same year, she co-founded and became president of the Jazz Vocalist Coalition, which is a nonprofit organization that promotes jazz vocalists, helps them educate, helps them social network throughout the United States. In 2015, Ellen published a book called Jazz Child, a portrait of Sheila Jordan, which got very high reviews, and in fact, in Jazz Times, it was the second highest rated in the readers' poll for that year. Ellen has really been dedicated to tonight's topic, the vocal music of Charles Mingus. And in 2011, she presented Mingus and Beyond at the Ojai Music Festival, and she has written the lyrics, which I'm sure you're here tonight, for 3 of Charles Mingus's pieces. Ellen Johnson.
Thank you, Tom. I'm tired just hearing all that. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for being here. As you said, the music of Charles Mingus has been sort of a ongoing love of mine, and I really have to share that with Rick Helzer, because he's also been a part of that journey. And on my first debut recording, Rick played on that, and we did 2 of Charles Mingus's, well, 2, yes, 2, we did 2. We did Peggy's Blue Skylight with, actually Charles McPherson played on that, and we also did Duke Ellington's Sound of Love, which we were going to do tonight for you. I'd like to dedicate this night to my dear friends Rick Helzer and Monica Helzer, because I haven't seen them in 10 years, and it's been a very special meeting and a concert for me to be here. So, Rick, if I messed up, it's your fault. So I always do that. I'd like to start out with a quote. Can you just leave it? Just here. I don't want it to be back. This is a quote by Charles Mingus, and he said, "So let my children have music. Let them hear live music, not noise. My children, you can do what you want with your own." And we're going to start with a tune called Nostalgia in Times Square, which I did write the lyrics to with permission of Sue Mingus, and I dedicated it to the great Charles Mingus. We miss him, and miss the magic moments that they bring us. We dig him, we love him, so bravely left us all with special music. And what a hit bass he played for us, nostalgia parading us. I gotta tell you that I miss the magic moments spent in Times Square. I need them, I want them. Yeah, that's kind of fun, huh? So this next song, I just want to say that in this program there will be lyrics written by Charles Mingus, and there will be lyrics written by myself, which the last one was mine, and then there's also lyrics by, in this next song, by two people at the same time. So the song Goodbye Pork Pie Hat was also, there were two sets of lyrics. One was by Rosanna Roland-Kirk, and the other were Joni Mitchell lyrics, and some of you may be familiar with the Mingus album of Joni Mitchell. And so what I've done is I put them both together so I could pay homage to both of those writers. The song itself was for Lester Young, and Mingus, I have a quote of Mingus where he said, I was playing the Half Note Club the night we heard he died, and we went to the bandstand and played a blues for Lester. I knew the guys would never do that again. I went home and I wrote a blues the way I thought they were playing, with different types of chord changes, not just the regular blues, and it became part of the book. And as some of you may know, that's probably one of Mingus's most famous tunes and vocal tunes, is Goodbye Pork Pie Hat. So we're going to do that for you. He put all of his soul into a tenor saxophone. He had a way of talking, was a language all his own. Life story, love and glory. If you listen when he plays it for you now, listen and listen and dig. Can Our men are went black and white. Some saw red, drove them from the hotel bed. Love is never easy. It's short of the hope we have for happiness, bright and sweet. Love is never easy street. Now we are black and white and racing out in the winter New York night. It's very unlikely we'll be driven out in town. Oh, behind a tree, that's unlikely tonight. These clouds are happy and loud. Children are out dancing in the streets. In the sticky middle of the night, somebody's singing of taxi horns and barricades. Where right or wrong, on the neon, every feeling goes on. For you and me, the sidewalk is a history book and a circus. Dangerous clowns, balancing dreadful and wonderful perceptions that happen day by day. Generations on down. We came up from the subway, all the music midnight makes, to Charlie's bass and Lester's saxophone and taxi horns and brakes. Now Charlie's down in Mexico with the heroes, so the sidewalk leads us with music to little songs, dancing outside the black bar. There's a sign up on the awning. It says, "Pork pie half bar." And there's black babies dancing. Now someone might have told me Lester Young, he's out of style. But now I'm here to tell you, presence happening right now. Life story, love and glory. If you listen when he plays it for you now, listen and listen and dig it. Can you dig it? Lester Young is playing what he's feeling. song. So we're going to do one that's a little weird for you. This one the lyrics were written by Charles Mingus. And I must quote something weird that Charles has said, so that will set this up really nicely, because he has said a lot of weird things. So. I like this. He says, just because I'm playing jazz, I don't forget about me. I play or write me, the way I feel, through jazz or whatever. Music is or was a language of the emotions. If someone has been escaping reality, I don't expect him to dig my music. And I would begin to worry about writing if such a person began to really like it. My music is alive, and it's about the living and the dead, about good and evil. It's angry, yet it's real, because it knows it's angry. And here's a piece called Weird Nightmare.
Oh,
my song had found my soul, lost in blues, jazz and ragtime. No sound had got to my mood. I was searching for my melody, love blues that gets me warm. Sad clown with his circles closed down, lost on my merry-go-round came a melody in my heart, so yearning, taught me to hear music I didn't know from the soul. For this life we all live infinite, with the lover and beloved as one Ellington sound of love. We did a couple of things in there. So we did, thank you, we did Midnight Earth to begin with, and we went off and did a free improvisation because we like to do that. You may not like it, but we like it. And thank you. And then we segued into a little bit of Prelude to a Kiss, and then to Charles Mingus' tune in dedication to Duke Ellington called Duke Ellington's Sound of Love, which is just a gorgeous piece of music. So, and that was his lyrics. Again, beautiful lyric writer. The next song is a little bit more different. It's a blues, but and I wrote the lyrics to this. I wrote them a long time ago. They seem to be timely. They seem to be holding their meaning, which is good news and bad news. So we're going to do this one. It's called Nod Me Ahead Blues. I watched him nod his head. I heard him when he said, I'm innocent, and that's no lie. He nodded up and down. I didn't catch him frown. Oh, who could know that it wasn't true? And now he's doing time. White collar crime, I guess he's got the dragon blues. What made him turn to crime? I guess he lost his mind. A victim of a life of greed. Priorities were wrong. He knew it all along. He said that greed seduced his soul. I just me and the bass player. We're playing some tunes. I'll just pretend that you're Charles Mingus behind that bass. Now that won't make you too nervous, will it? It will. Well, then I'm going to have to pretend that you're Charlie Hayden or Ray Brown or somebody else like that. I guess not. No, it's just John, and he's playing his heart out on the bass, the bass, the bass, the bass, yeah. I love the bass. It's one of the best places for a singer to ever sing with. Yeah, I love the bass. Put that on your face. Whoa, I love to sing. Love to sing with the bass. Because I can't get that low and he can. But I like the drums also. They help me keep my time. If I go off, well, I'm out of my mind. I just look over there at Gary. He's feeling pretty good. He's that cool drummer with that very good time. We can go. I tried to fool him, but I couldn't do it. He's a friend of mine. Every singer has to make the piano player the friend of theirs, or they'll be in trouble on their gig. They can mess you up. That's right. So don't ever insult the piano player, because he'll just give you the wrong key. Then you'll be singing way too low. And he'll just be smiling, 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 saying, you better depend on that piano and the bass, and the drums. This is the place I love to be, singing with the band. Singing Yes, he's got the knot in your head. Blue. This next song is, I'd like to read a little bit of a quote from Mingus here. Mingus was born to a mother of Chinese and English descent and a father of African American and Swedish descent. So he had a lot of things going on there. And he married a white woman in the 50s, which was a pretty tough time to be in a biracial relationship, so Mingus. He said, I was always doing revolutionary things that would alert people so they would stop being so subservient. And this is a song that's about that relationship that he had. It's called Eclipse. you know when you come to a Mingus thing, there's going to be weirdness. That's just part of the way it is. Okay, so the next song is, hey, it's me and you. Bass player, me again. And I love this song. And this is a song that some of you, like Joni Mitchell, and you've heard that Mingus album, you'll be familiar with this. And this is the dry cleaner from Des Moines. And actually, Joni Mitchell said, this is a quote from her, she said, when I played this for Charles, you have to understand, she found the music, or got the music from him, and then she would write lyrics. And so she came back to him with the lyrics already done, and she said, when I played it for Charles, I said, this is a pretty loose connection, I don't know whether you're gonna like this one, it's about a gambler. And he said, a gambler? And he proceeded to tell her all about his system with the slot machines. Apparently he was a dedicated player of the slots and a consistent winner. How interesting that she would write this tune not knowing that, you know, all the lyrics to this. So when I do this a little bit different than Joni, because the lyrics are so interesting and fun, I've slowed it down a little bit. So. I'm down to a roll of dimes. I'm stalking the slot that's hot. I keep hearing bells all around me, jingling the lucky jackpot. They keep you tantalized. They keep you reaching for your wallet, hearing fools of paradise. I talked to a cat from Des Moines. He said he ran a cleaning plant. This guy does. That cat was clanking with coin. Well, he must have had a genie in a lamp. 'Cause every time I dropped a dime, I blew it. He kept ringing bells, nothing to it. He had 3 oranges, 3 lemons, 3 cherries, 3 plums. I'm losing my taste for fruit. I'm watching that dry cleaner do it. Like Midas in a polyester suit. It's all luck, it's just luck. You get a little lucky and you make a little money. Circus, where the cowgirls fill the room with their big balloons. That cleaner was pitching with purpose, 'cause he had dinos and Pooh Bears and lions, pink and blue there. He couldn't lose there. It's bells. Well, this is a story that's a drag to tell in some ways, because I lost every dime that I laid on the line. But the cleaner from Des Moines could put a coin in the door of a John and get 20 to 1. It's just luck. He's just lucky. It's just luck. That cat's lucky. He's lucky, lucky. That cat was so lucky, lucky, lucky. Boy, Sean was lucky. I wanna get lucky, lucky. Oh, so lucky. It's just luck. 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 So, we're getting towards the end of our program here. And I just want to say that you're listening to Gary Newmark on the drums. Did I say that right? John Laufenberger on the bass. And the correct pronunciation of Rick Helzer on the piano. Some of you may know by Rick Helzer, but if you go to Germany, it would be Rick Helzer. Okay, so this song is another one that was, the lyrics are written by Charles Mingus. And these lyrics are so beautiful, it's like a beautiful poem. And it shows the exquisite musical sense of words that Mingus also had besides his sense of melody. And this is called Portrait. I've seen all kinds of pictures, most of the beauties of the world, from places I've traveled, I still recall this quaint melody as I thrill, painting my own pictures in tones. I've painted all Mother Earth, both flowers that brave the moon, tones color the light she's torn. I've tried to paint her beauties, from radiant skies to deep blue seas. The sky as she changes her glamour, dawn's pale blue sunsets emerald. The wind and the leaves on the ground, mountains gray brown, tipped with a dash of glowing white snow. From radiant skies to deep seas, the sky as she changes the glamour, dawn's pale blue, sunset amber. Leaves on the ground, mountains gray brown, tipped with a dash of glowing white snow. So we're going to do another interesting arrangement. This song I did earlier when Tom, he said I did write three, let's see, it's Nod Your Head Blues and Nostalgia in Times Square, and then I wrote Peggy's Blue Skylight lyrics, and the other one I wrote was for this tune called Slippers, which has not yet been recorded. And I wrote this, I didn't know what Slippers was about. So when I try to write lyrics for a song, I try to get it close to something that I think might be relevant to the composer, or if I can't really tap into that, I try to find something else to write about. So I wrote about a friend of mine who's a ballerina. Well, actually, she's not a ballerina. That's the whole point. She's a modern dancer. And so she does really weird things when she dances, so she doesn't fit in. And I thought that's kind of how Mingus was. Doesn't really always, his music didn't always fit in. So this was dedicated to her, my friend Diana. And then a friend of mine just a couple weeks ago told me the story that she had met Charles Mingus in Portland many years ago. She didn't know it was him. It was after concert. She was waiting for a ride or something, and there was a guy sitting, a big man sitting at the bar, and he had slippers on. And he turned around, and it was Charles Mingus. And she said, she just, you know, it was like a deer with headlights. And he said, well, you gonna come over and talk to me, or what? And so I said, oh, I wish I would have known that story, because I didn't know, he must have just like worn slippers after the gig, you know, so that's probably what Slippers was about. Anyway, this is our version of Slippers. One, two, oh. You're still there. This one. Slippers, multicolored slippers. So I just want to say that one of the reasons I like working with Rick is because he likes as strange things as I do. This was my arrangement. So we've always had that nice compatibility of wanting to do things that are a little bit different. So this has been really fun for me to reunite with him. This is special. You guys get to share my special moment. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Tom, JazzFresno, for having us here and all that. I know I can talk a lot about Mingus, but we decided we'd rather share the music tonight than have a big lecture about the music. But if you want one, I've got about 20 pages here. So, yeah, I can do it in 5 minutes. So we're going to close with the song we opened with, which is Nostalgia in Times Square, because it's about Mingus. And I don't know what we'll do. We'll just see what happens. We'll free it up a little bit and see where we end up, huh? All right. This time we'll get just the drum line started. We're missing the magic moments that we miss. We dig him, we love him, so bravely left us all this special music. And for him, face he paid for us, nostalgia for leading us. We miss him, we miss him, we're missing the magic moments that we made us. We dig him, we love him, so grateful he left us his special music. What a face he played for us, nostalgia. want to hear the bass. He played for us. The small trombone got. Hey, Helzer, I love you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you to JazzFresno. Thank you for all everybody coming out tonight. Thank you. Oh, I do have CDs, but I didn't bring them. Because usually I bring them and I never sell any, and I have to carry them all home with me, so I didn't bring them. But if you are interested, you can go to my website at ellenjohnson.net, and you can listen to all my music really for free. How about that?